Hey guys, today we're going to do 6-1, roots and radical expressions. You will be able to find the nth roots, and we need to talk about what an nth root is. So, we need to think about all of the powers that we can raise a number to. So there we have 5 squared equals 25. So that the square root of 25 is 5. 5 cubed is 125. So the cube root of 125 is 5. 5 to the 4th power is 625. Therefore, the 4th root of 625 is 5. 5 to the 5th power is 3,125. Therefore, the 5th root of 3,125 is 5. So, this pattern is suggesting a definition of an nth root. So if we have a to the nth power equals b, with a and b are real numbers, and n is a positive integer, then a is an nth root of b. But we have to know that if n is odd, there is one real nth root of b. So we have one real root if we have the nth root of b. If n is even and b is positive, there are 2 real nth roots of b. The positive root is the principal root, and its symbol is the nth root of b, and the negative root is its opposite, or the opposite of the nth root of b, and that's when we did plus or minus. And if b is negative, there are no real nth roots. Just like if we were taking the square root of a negative number, we would not have a real solution. So let's just look at this. We use a radical sign to indicate a root, and the number under the radical sign is the radicand, which is a, and the index gives you the degree of the root, which is n. So what are the real cube roots of 0.008, negative 1,000, and 1/27? So first, we want to know, since we're doing the cube root, I'm going to have the cube root of 0.008. So what times itself times itself times itself equals 0.008. This is equal to 0.2, sorry, or 0.2. Then when we have negative 1,000, what? The cube root of this. What times itself equals negative 1,000? Negative 10 times itself equals negative 1,000. Or negative 10 is the only cube root of negative 1,000. And the cube root of 1/27. This is the same thing as the cube root of 1 divided by the cube root of 27, which is 1/3. So the cube 1/3 is the only real cube root of 1/27. Now we want to know what are the real 4th roots of 1, negative 0.0001, and 16/81. So the 4th root, our index is 4. 4 is our index. So the 4th root of 1, what times itself times itself times itself times itself equals 1? The answer is 1. So 1 is the fourth real root of 1. We can also have, since we have an even index, we can also have a negative 1. So we can have negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 gives us 1 as well. So we have 2 real roots here. Then when we are doing negative 0.0001, we are now dealing with the fourth root of negative 0.0001. We're dealing with a negative when we're trying to take the indexes, when our index is even. So can we multiply something and have a negative number? No, so we have no real roots. And the last one, we have the fourth root of 16 over the fourth root of 81. So this is equal to 2 over 3. But we could also have the negative, so we could have 2 over 3 or negative 2 over 3. What is each real root? What is each real root? Real number root. Whoa, sorry. So, the cube root of negative 8, what times itself equals negative 8? Negative 2. The square root of 0.04 is 0.2 squared. The fourth root of negative 1, since we have an even index, we cannot have a negative radicand. Therefore, we have no real solutions. No real roots, I'm sorry. And let's simplify on the inside first. We have the square root of negative 2 squared, which is 4. So the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So for any real number a, the nth root of a to the nth is equal to a if n is odd, or the absolute value of a if n is even. So we have to keep that in mind. So simplifying radical expressions, we have the square root of 16x to the 8th power. This is the same thing as 4 squared and x to the 4th squared. And we want the square root of that. So this is equal to the square root of 4x to the 4th squared. So since this is an even power, this is equal to the absolute value of 4x to the 4th. And the absolute value of 4x to the 4th is 4x to the 4th. Let's do one more here. The cube root of axb to the 9th. So we want to write it as something being cubed. So we'll have a squared b to the 3rd cubed. And we want the cube root of that. So this is equal to a squared b to the 3rd. Using a radical expression, we need to solve this problem. So some teachers adjust test scores when a test is difficult. One teacher's formula for adjusting test scores is a is equal to 10 times the square root of r, where a is the adjusted score and r is the raw score. If the raw scores on one test range from 36 to 90, what is the range of the adjusted scores? So we have to find the lowest, adjusted score and the highest adjusted score. So we have A is equal to 10 times the square root of 36. 10 square root of 36 is 6. So A is equal to 60. And A is equal to 10 times the square root of 90. The square root of 90 is approximately 9.487. So times 10. A is equal to, or our adjusted score is equal to, 94.87. So the range would be from 60 to 94.87%. You guys try these on your own.